thought of dying actually doesn't scare me, but it's the thought of being ill, really. And I didn't want to be scared. I wanted to be strong. I didn't want anybody to know that it worried me. Sorry. I don't think I dealt with it the right way. I think it would have been better to stop pretending everything was normal.
So you've never had salata?
Oh. Sounds suspiciously related to tiramisu, which I have had.
Tiramisu? The pudding?
The pudding, yes.
So, the Italian pudding. I went to A&E with my mother. I think we're both a little eccentric, but she takes it a step further.
Business analyst Sara has come to King's with her mum Azize.
She'll talk to anybody, and she doesn't live in London, she lives in Turkey, and she'll strike up a conversation with people on the bus. She knows everybody by name in the local supermarket. She's gone and introduced herself to the neighbours.
Another wrist. Your wrist.
No, the cat bit her.
Taking it to the vet. And you? What did you do?
I fell off the bike.
I hadn't lived with my mother since I was 14 when we were in Australia. Then we moved to Saudi Arabia and I'd spent a year with her, and then I got sent to boarding school, and then after that I never really spent more than 2 weeks with her. And she's a widow, recently widowed, and we've now talked about her coming over every winter and staying here because it's just too lonely on her farm. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Ray. Nice to meet you, Ray.
Princess.
Well, we're quite low priority, so we've been here 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll be able to inform me. You haven't been seen at all?
Oh, yes, we saw the man there.
The guy, yes.
Yeah. Well, see, Sara was bitten this morning by her cat. She was taking the cat to bed.
That's quite sad. That's all. I've got a cat bite.
On both hands.
Come on, let's have a look.
No, they're not bad, but they're swelling, and because she's just finished radiotherapy treatment for cancer, her white blood cells are strained. And then this lady fell off her bicycle because she's had breast cancer. She's had the lymph nodes removed, so she hasn't got any lymph nodes.
She's downplaying it, Mummy.
Yes.
Just over a year ago, Sara was diagnosed with breast cancer, shortly after she separated from her husband.
And I'd only been living on my own for 5 months when I found the breast lump, and I was very worried about going through that on my own.
No, I found my lump when I was in India, but I was so healthy at the time that I just totally ignored it. And then I just forgot about it for about 3 months. But I think it was
how long it takes for them to grow.
very slow growing.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not an
Excuse me,
expert.
yours grew in between 2 appointments.
Really?
No, that was because the biopsy irritated it. They said that they...
How big was your lump?
Oh, ours was the size of a football.
Ours? It's ours.
Not really. The original area was 2.2 centimetres. It was really nice when Mama came over and I didn't have to go through it on my own. And I really didn't want her to come over, but I allowed her to come over for her benefit, which was in my mind, that's how I justified it. But the reality was I really needed her help, and I didn't realise how impaired the chemotherapy made me. It impaired my thinking as well as making me physically unwell. And so she came over and she cooked me a meal every night, packed my lunch, lectured me about staying in bed and not going out, and looked after me. It was really lovely. It's something I'm not used to. I guess only your mother can mother you, really. And I think we got a really deep connection.
We went hunting for nipple tassels, so my mother and I went to sort of sex shops that you probably don't want to go to with your mother. They're not at all. So in the end, in Waterloo, we found these sequins nipples, but no tassels. So I said to my mother, well, we'll have to make the tassels. We'll have to make the tassels. It's a nice feel of no violence, yeah. It's just a nice feel.
Sara's coming towards the end of her treatment for cancer.
Yeah. When I got diagnosed, I was shell-shocked. In fact, I'd done most of my crying before the diagnosis because I'd been given a heads up that it was not good. Whereas when I spoke to my mother, I was in a strong place and she wasn't. And she cried a lot. The thought of dying actually doesn't scare me, but it's the thought of being ill, really. And I didn't want to be scared. I wanted to be strong. I didn't want anybody to know that it worried me. But I now realise that it was probably better if I'd given into, some of the worry, and I could have dealt with the issues earlier, Sorry. I don't think I dealt with it the right way. I think it would have been better to stop pretending everything was normal. It's the triage person anyway. It's you! Woo! Pitch.
Mummy, language. See you later. Bye-bye.
Right, let's go. Do you want to come with me, please?
Yeah,
I'll bring
seems
the
silly
stuff.
coming to A&E for a
No,
cat
no,
bite, sorry.
Where are you going again for medical stuff? Are you going to bank?
Yeah, this is true.
Let me quickly have a look. So, that's a bit superficial.
It is it is. And she bit me there as well. But that hardly broke the skin. This one bled a lot.
Did it?
Yeah.
One of the things I hadn't appreciated beforehand is that, so you get cancer. I thought, you were in remission and then that was it, the slate was clean and you started over again. So the increased risk of it returning has made me change some of my life choices. I was wanting to have children, I can't now, and I probably wouldn't adopt either because I wouldn't want to be a single parent with cancer and put a child through that. So I've had to come to terms with the cancer, but I think at times the thought of not being a mother was harder. Anyway, so now I can be completely selfish. Do what I want, buy what I want.
At all.
I suppose the blessing is a different perspective on life, different priorities. I think I was on track to work for the next 10, 15 years in banking and then retire somewhere remote to try and make my money last. Whereas now it's more emphasis on living for today.